How you doing, everybody? It's your health and fitness specialist, Kelly Brown, and today's topic is what to work out if you want to look bigger. Now, what I mean by that isn't translating to the scale and saying, okay, the scale says that I weighed this today. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about based off of pure sight. If somebody looks at you, they want to say, dang, you look bigger. Regardless of whether you gained or lost weight, you can still look a certain size and have that symmetry that you want to look like. All right, now I'm going to tell you the top body parts that I would recommend that you need to work on in order to get this look that you're going for. The first thing you want to do is build up your traps. All right, traps give off the illusion of some type of big brolic. I work my shoulders and my back is wide, and it gives you that illusion that you actually work out. When you see guys that look masculine, you know that the one thing on them is traps. Now, you can work your traps from different ways. You can check out my video that I put on how to build bigger traps. But for the most part, try to get your trap work in and find exercises that get your traps sore, and then just do those as much as you can. All right, of course, wait till you're finished being sore, but then get back to them and do them again. Those exercises will really help you look bigger. The next body part you want to work is shoulders. Okay, now shoulders are one of those things that some guys either have or they don't, but they can be built up. And I'm not just talking about having strong shoulders. I'm talking about having that cap. So in order to get that type of cap on your shoulders, you got to do a lot of high reps and a lot of lateral raises. You spend a lot of time doing these right here. You're talking about sets of 20, sets of 30 sometimes, and just doing 4 or 5 sets of those with as heavy as a weight that you can do that can get your arms all the way to the top. All right, not too high and you're getting past your range of motion, but just right about here or somewhere under here where you can actually feel the shoulder head getting worked. So you want to hit your shoulders, but specifically you want to hit that main head. Now secondary, you can also do your rear delts. Rear delts are real good for making you look bigger, but it makes you look bigger from the sides. So when you turn to the side, sometimes you'll see guys on the back of their shoulders kind of slim back here, and it just leads straight into the tricep. But if you work on that rear delt a little more, mine aren't that great today, but you kind of get my point. If you work on rear delts, you'll see that bulge coming from behind you. And once you see that bulge, then from the side, your shoulder looks a lot more like a pumpkin. The third body part I would say to work on is that upper chest, because everybody has pretty much a good chest. I think we all at some point or another think that chest is the end all be all, from bench pressing from early years to just somebody questioning how's your chest looking, how strong is your chest. To look that size, when you have your clothes on, you got to think about it. You want to look bigger with your clothes on and with your clothes off. So a lot of times the attention when you look at somebody, it gravitates towards that upper body, that whole palate that leads into your shoulders. Okay, so you want to work on that upper chest, because having just a nice chest that pokes out far is cool, but sometimes it pokes out far on a slope. So the top part is flat, but the bottom part pokes out further. Then it looks like you got breasts. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that that chest is even from all sides, from the top of it to the width of it, all the way until how high it's lifted up. And at the same time, you want to have that meat in the center. But for the most part, just to look bigger, I would say focus on doing a lot of incline stuff. Incline benching, incline presses, incline flies. You can do some cable flies and just change up the motion. So start off low, start off medium, then go high. But you want to hit that upper chest. Don't forget that. You'll notice that a lot of guys who look good, it's because they do the areas of their body that you don't do. And then you'll see them, you'll be like, well, how come they look that good? Well, they have little things that you don't focus on. Forearms, traps, calves, upper chest, rear delts, triceps. You see what I mean? All these things that we just think that, oh, I don't have to work on that, or I'll get that next time, or I'll do that later. Those are the things that you want to do that actually make you look good and make you look bigger. So keep that in mind when you're putting together your next workout program, okay? The next body part is lats. So lats give you that wide illusion from the front look. Of course, you can't just walk around flexing your lats all day long, but you'll see that when you start building up your lats, your body sits out a little wider. Regardless of whether you have skinny arms or not, when you have those lats on you and they start sitting out a little bit, your arms have to kind of sit up on top of the lats from underneath. So what you'll do is you'll start to see that your body sits out a little wider. Your stance is a little bit wider. And that gives you that illusion that you're a little bit bigger, even though you may or may not be. But you can definitely hit those lats. And I'm talking about doing high lats. Of course, low lats look great too, but that's for later on. The focus right now is talking about high lats, so that we're still working on all this upper palate. Everything that goes around from here to here is the area that you want to be having that gives you that bigger illusion. Now, the last one, you may not like this one, but obliques. Obliques are one of those body parts where it gives you that V taper, that symmetry. It gets rid of those love handles. It gets rid of all that stuff that you have. So if your obliques are tight, it gives you that illusion that you're wider up top and slimmer in the middle. A lot of guys neglect obliques. A lot of people in general neglect abs. But my thing is, at the bare minimum, if you're not going to do your abs, and you know you're not going to do your abs, you don't have to convince me. But if you're not going to do your abs, the one thing in your midsection that you should work on is your obliques. Because if what you're looking for is that taper, that slim waist, that wide shoulder look, big wide lats, big chest, you have to have a nice taper. And that's the difference between somebody who looks amazing and somebody who looks like, he looks okay. It's that when they have that bigger upper body, they tend to have that also bigger midsection. And we don't want that. We want to have the big upper body and the small midsection. So don't forget to work those obliques. There's a couple exercises you can do for obliques. I'll put a video together about that later on. But just keep in mind, obliques are one of those body parts that you don't want to neglect. Like I said before, all the body parts that you probably neglect are all the body parts that you need to be working on that will probably give you that look that you're going for. Anyway, I hope this helped you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the link below. Get your t-shirts, get your ebooks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.